Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. Hope you are well. On last Tuesday, Russian President Vladimir Putin and US President Joe Biden held bilateral talks via a video conference. Now I like to discuss what are the effects of the recent talk. Day after the talks, Biden has said that sending American troops to Ukraine is not an option, particularly without the support of the NATO allies. He said there would soon be high level meetings with Russia and at least four major NATO allies to discuss the future of Russia's concern about NATO and to try to bring down the temperature on Ukraine's eastern front, where tens of thousands of Russian troops have massed. The Kremlin has denied having intentions to attack Ukraine and says its troop build-up is defensive in nature. Biden said he made it clear to Russian President during their nearly 2 hours virtual meeting on Tuesday that there would be economic consequences like none before if Russia invades Ukraine. After the talks, Russian President Vladimir Putin told the newsmen that we talked about regional issues, conflict in southern Ukraine, and another very sensitive topic related to this situation, namely the expansion of the NATO bloc to the east, including at the expense of Ukraine. Putin also stressed on the matter that each country has the right to choose the most acceptable way to ensure its security without violating other parties' interest. He said after Geneva talks in June, a constructive dialogue has been established. It is going on, appropriate structures have been set up, information exchange has been established, and it is positive and yielding positive results. We spoke about the Iranian problems too. He said we also spoke a number of other issues on the normalization of diplomatic ties and so on. He said the conversation was very open, substantive, and I would say constructive. In the dialogue, President Biden warned Putin of strong economic sanctions should Russia invade Ukraine, signaling that any military aggression by Russia would have stronger ramifications than it did back in 2014, when Russia invaded and took the Crimean Peninsula. But President Putin responded to the warning with his own demand for a reliable, legally binding guarantee against military expansion eastward and complained about NATO attempts to develop Ukraine territory while no breakthroughs in the standoff were reported. Both sides agreed to continue communication development that could lower global tensions. Yuri Ushakov, Russian Kremlin foreign advisor, said it is hard to expect rapid breakthroughs, but at the same time, the presidents showed an attitude to continue practical work and in particular to start the discussion of very sensitive issues that I mentioned and that seriously concern Moscow that I monitored and that seriously concern Moscow. In the circumstances, I can say that Russia will not invade Ukraine if NATO or Ukraine or US do not extend military expansion eastward, because Russia thinks this would hamper Russia's security. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.